Alright guys, it's time for the new All-Star Tower Defense updated tier list. Also guys, we're going to be doing a quick showcase of all of the new units as well, so you guys can know which ones you want to summon in the banner. Alright guys, let's get it. But before we do, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. We are at what, 491k now? Oh my gosh guys, we are less than 9k subs away from unlocking our new code unit for the channel, guys. All right, so if you guys want to get yourself a free 6-star code unit whole horse, make sure you guys smash the subscribe button. Tell your friends that play Astd as well to sub as well. All right, let's get it, boys. Let's go hop on into training mode, showcase these units, and rank them all, and update the tier list. Here we go. All right, guys, starting off to update the tier list, we have a change I gotta make. Now, I did some testing, guys, and Diavolo is not compatible with Gojo, guys. All right, so I can no longer recommending Diavolo. I'm gonna put Diavolo now in A tier support if you're doing Gauntlet mode. All right, I know this might, make a lot of people mad, but let's just say I tried it in infinite mode, and once I used Diavolo, it would never let me use Gojo again. So be very careful bringing both of those in one infinite mode. Also, guys, we did get a very simple buff on a Yuno 6-star. So Yuno 6-star now has Gale Slow. All right, Gale Slow is stacks on top of Blackbeard Slow, but it is incompatible with Sunburn. All right, so you can either have Sunburn or Gale Slow, but Gale Slow slows so much more than Sunburn. Honestly, guys, in my opinion, actually, this isn't even my opinion, bro. I think Gale Slow is one of the best. All right, best in the game. And guess what, guys? I no longer can ever recommend bringing Tanjiro. So in my opinion, Tanjiro drops more to like A tier support. All right, I no longer recommend bringing a Sunburn unit ever for anything at all. Just use Gale Slow. Sunburn's only good for like raids. All right, keep that in mind. All right, here we go, guys. So let's take a look at our first unit, and that is Enel, who did get a buff. So we're just gonna go speedrun his stats. I'm not sure what all got buffed. All right, but here's his stats real quick. Raid mode stats, actually not too bad, but not good for starting out in raid mode because that's terrible. But he does become a hybrid unit. All right, for only 30k, which is not bad at all. And ruler of the island, and then this is his infinite mode stats. Not bad, not great. And his raid mode stats, without buff, are also pretty good as well. That's not terrible, but I'm not gonna say it's meta or anything. But what makes him kind of special is his good raid mode range, and the fact that he does hit airs as well. So overall, he is gonna move up a tier. Oh my gosh, Enel, where'd you go? I just moved you. All right, so we're gonna go move Enel all the way up to. He used to be in the B tier. Ooh, honestly though, I think he used to be in the C tier, or the B tier. Yeah, he's probably still B tier, but he's actually not bad anymore. I'd probably say he's definitely better than Naruto. Yeah, he's probably still in the B tier, guys. He's not a bad unit. I just don't think he's that. He's good. He's better than a lot of units, just not crazy good. All right, next up, guys, we have let's just say way too many burn units in the game, guys. Like, I don't know what got into the devs, but we got 1, 2, 3 brand new burn units. Now, there's a difference between the two. All right, this guy you can place 8. All right, this guy you can place 8 of. These guys are both unique. So when we're comparing them, take that into account. All right, I'll turn on graphics if you want to see them, but it doesn't really matter that much. All right, so we'll just compare the stats real quick because that's what you guys really care about. But stat-wise, look at the AoEs. All right, this guy's a way better AoE, but he starts at 5k placement. All right, this guy's 500 placement, and this guy is 700 placement. So these two guys are unique, and I would probably say that it's kind of hard to compare them because all their prices are so weird. But this guy's the cheapest, and he starts out with burn. So personally, I think he's definitely the best one to start out with. He's definitely better than Shiva at the start. But once you get upgraded, like to yeah, these upgrades, so they're like the same price now, you're gonna see that they're starting to drift. I would personally still go with a Flame Magician all the way up to this next to the last upgrade. But this guy also gets some more upgrades as well. All right, but he doesn't get burned till later. So that's kind of the thing with him. If you're okay with not getting burned till like later in raid mode, he's a pretty good unit. And also, I would say he's definitely better for infinite mode. Like, look at those stats, guys. 4 SP is kind of weird, though, with burn, because burn does last 12 seconds, but it doesn't really matter that much. And then we have Soyjack, who is really nice. Again, he doesn't get burned till a little while later either, like, pretty late, but 3.47 for raid mode burn. All right, and you can compare that to his raid mode burn, which is 3.18. All right, so they're kind of even, but I'm gonna be honest, guys. This AoE sucks, so I definitely say OG-san's better. He's a little bit more expensive, but like it's worth it for that way better AoE. And then if you max them both out, here we go. He's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but 11.6 for 9. All right, I would still take this because look at the AoE, guys. Trash AoE, good AoE. So I would say Swordjack is the best out of them. Now this guy's max stats are kind of mid. Like you're gonna see it's so much lower, but again, you can place 8 of them, so you have to take that into account. All right. So overall, I'm gonna probably say this guy is looking like. I'd probably say this guy is like B tier to me. I think OG-san's pretty cracked. I'm gonna put OG-san in the A tier. He's really good. And I'm gonna put Shiva. I'm gonna put Shiva in the B tier, like high B tier. He's a good unit. Actually, he's probably as good as Rengoku is. So I think this guy's better though. I think this is the best out of the burn units. All right, in my opinion. All right, so there we go. Let's go sell these guys now. And next up we have, oh my gosh, this unit, guys. Oh man, they kind of low-key disrespected him. They didn't even give him an infinite mode upgrade. We have the boss sorcerer. All right, I'll show you his effects as well if you want to see them. All right, here's his effects. We'll go on 3x speed here. Here's his effects. They're not the craziest things. And they're actually bugged too, so I guess we won't show you the effects. Here's his AoEs. They're kind of bad, but like overall, he's not terrible. Like he has a pretty good AoE and pretty good damage. Like it's kind of hard to complain, but he's not burn or anything. So he's literally only good for raid mode. So if you want to spend like 14k gems on a raid mode unit, I guess he's okay. And like he's better than a lot of units. Like for example, he's definitely better than Naruto. So I think he deserves B tier. Honestly, I'd probably say he's better than Enel. So he's actually not that bad. Because, like, that AoE is actually pretty cracked. I'm not going to lie, guys. And that's without any orbs. Granted, his AoE starts out kind of small, so orbs don't affect him a whole lot. But if you give him a good range buff, etc., like, this AoE is pretty cracked. All right, next up, we have another Gale Slow unit. We have Tatsumaki. Now, Tatsumaki is pretty cheap, 750 to place, and she's hybrid off the rip. And she has a cool blessing, too. All right, but she's Evo only, so you have to get her 5-star and evolve her. She does not show up in Banner Z. You have to Evo her. All right, look at her raid mode stats. As far as placement goes, she's also an 8 placement, so that's pretty nice. And so same with Boss Sorcerer, they're 8 placements. Not unique like OG-san and Shiva are. All right, so this guy, she's pretty good. All right, there we go. Decent AoE, and then she gets Gale Slow, which is cracked out. She's basically really good for raids. Like these stats are pretty good for raids. And then for infinite mode, she gets full AoE, but again 13.5 SPA is kind of slow, and her damage isn't the craziest, but it's not bad. All right, so overall I definitely think she has a potential to be meta, but it's close. So the question is, which one do you want to bring? Do you want to bring her or Lucky Green? So that's kind of up to you guys. All right, depending on what strategy you want to use. All right, I can see people using either. So let me know down below, guys, which one you think is better, Yuno or Lucky Green. I'd be curious to hear your answers. So those are all the new unit showcases, guys, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.